bust up your blood vessel. Bounce your heart, I'm on a nestle. About a test, mission impossible. From your own spinal cord, you are dangle. Hotter than water from a kickle. Like you get what with piece of metal. Before you take your life, come here, come gamble. Play Russian roulette with a loaded rifle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu, hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop on the crackle, alright, skis, dog, tiger tackle. We don't come to the dance, this seek trouble. We come for hear him boy bubble. In me pocket, big fat bungle. Me and me girl with the model. It's cool, start to act simple. With everybody, boy want rumble. Make a wrong turn, take a wrong angle. Face to face with the tiger tackle. Well, see how they fool the chimble. Cause him know him brains a get scrambled. We no play when we buck up the devil grave. They can eat work, must use him shovel. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu, hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop on the crackle, alright, skis, dog, tiger tackle. Yeah. Oh, the mercy, the mercy. I'm feeding a song by a peanut butter sandwich if we think so that it's thirsty. This technique they come all the way from out of the blaze and jungle. When I get my teachings from the monks out of the Mayan temple. Them say Siwa, the humble, gentle and respectful. But if I hear that text, then we have to move on the double. If you think you blink, you like the Bermuda triangle. We know the chickles. Oh. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu, hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop on the crackle, alright, skis, dog, tiger tackle. We no come to the dance, this seek trouble. We come for hear him boy bubble. In me pocket, big fat bungle. Me and me girl with the model. It's fool, start to act simple. With everybody, boy want rumble. Make a wrong turn, take a wrong angle. Face to face with the tiger tackle. Well, see how they fool the chimble. Cause him know him brains a get scrambled. We no play when we buck up the devil grave. They can eat work, must use him shovel. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu, hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop on the crackle, alright, skis, dog, tiger tackle. We know the jingle fool, we know the jungle. We know the mumble, grumble, no fumble. If the tiger patch you want come stumble, then you know your cage must get rockled. Right quick, bust up your blood vessel. Bounce your heart, I'm on a nestle. About a test, mission impossible. From your own spinal cord you are dangle. Hotter than water from a kickle. Like you get what with piece of metal. Before you take your life, come here, come gamble. Play Russian roulette with a loaded rifle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu, hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop on the crackle, alright, skis, dog, tiger tackle. We no come to the dance, this seek trouble. We come for hear him boy bubble. In me pocket, big fat bungle. Me and me girl with the model. It's fool start to act simple. When everybody, boy, want rumble. Make a wrong turn, take a wrong angle. Face to face with the tiger tackle. Well, see how they fool the chimble. Cause him know him brains a get scrambled. We no play when we buck up the devil grave. They gonna need perp, us use him shovel. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. That is time we use when we battle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. Master kung fu hard your main settle. Tiger tackle, tiger tackle, tiger tackle. We make drunken master drink snapple. And if your hair snap pop and the crackle, otherwise crispy dark, tiger tackle.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Easter. Greetings once again from the beautiful Jewel by the Caribbean Sea. I am G. Michael Reed, and we are in Belize. Of course, the broadcast comes live from New York City, where CY does the administrating. We have a co-host in Los Angeles and another one in Belize City also, Mr. Joe Cowie. He should join us at some point. I believe Gregory will not be on the show this week, he has said. Lisa comes in sometimes, but we try to keep the conversation relevant, topical, sensible, and respectful. This is the Sea Smoke Show. I think we're on a Sea Smoke also has a music show, so we like to call this one Candid and Correct, because we try to be candid, we try to be correct. We're not try to murky the water in any way that's out of the ordinary, or that will present any false illusion of what is happening. It's been amazingly hot here in Belize City, over 100 degrees for the past couple of days, and we've only just begun our hot season. We have a couple months to go. In fact, well into June, it can be very, very hot. After which it starts raining and the hurricanes start threatening. This week, of course, is Holy Week. It's today Holy Wednesday. I know we start from Holy Thursday. Tomorrow is Holy Thursday. Then we have Holy Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and of course, Easter Sunday. We at the Charlie Burton Park are going to be doing a little Easter egg hunt. Of course, just keep the kids actively engaged, keep them busy, out of trouble, trying to get them tired so they could go home and sleep as opposed to go somewhere else and cause some problems. We are hoping to be joined this evening by Andrew Ordonez.
G Mike, you hearing me? I'm not hearing you, G Mike. And Joe.
Yeah.
All right, G Mike. Oh, G Mike getting ready. He fixing it.
Now my son have to help me because I don't know nothing about it. And my son help me just now. That's how you go. That's how you go.
1 2 1 2. Anything yet?
Yeah, we good now. We good now. We good now.
Now we're getting
I good now, Mike.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
you're
on.
good, Mike. You're good.
I don't know where they go here. I'm gonna have to come back out, go out and come back
No,
in.
no,
it
no.
seems.
But we didn't hear you, Mike. We didn't hear you, G Mike. Oh, all right, G Mike gone. Andrew, how things, Mike? Thing good? One love, man. I say everything okay. One love, man.
Yes, man. Respect.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining me again. You know, we wrote that time at your time, boy.
Yeah.
You have to give it. You have to give it a little shout out later when G Mike come back in. You have to give it a little thing again, boy. You have
Yes,
to give
aye.
it how you start the show. You understand?
Yes,
When you start
man.
the race, you think?
Let me see why.
Yes,
Yeah, one love. Yes, you can hear me now, Mike. You hear
Hello,
me now?
Andrew. Evening.
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 All right, I don't hear you.
We didn't hear you though.
You didn't hear me, Andrew? Yes or no?
Loud and
You
clear.
hearing me? I'm not hearing you. Want to know if I'm here. Peace. CY.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Boy, this would be tragic.
Tragic.
Hello.
Yes,
CY,
you might.
can you hear me? Let me see something here. Thank 1 2 1 2 1 2. Turhan, can you hear me now? I'm not hearing anything. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're not hearing. Next time.
Well, it's not on.
Oh, you gonna come back again? Yeah, come back again. Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew, I was talking to Billy Kemp. You remember Billy Kemp?
Yeah. I'm in New York when I'm gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanna admire that too, man. You like how you do the thing. I help them buy a car in a bicycle man too, you know.
Yes, man. Yes,
So,
man. I
yeah.
don't believe.
Yeah, man. For real, we are proud of you. You know, we have to make sure that you know these things. You think that everybody know, like, you know, you play an integral part of the thing concerning as far as our history or continuing efforts to keep the thing going. And so, you know, you play an integral part of that, man.
Yeah. Again, I visit from this gentleman named Mr. Herbert Ferguson. He said he can't
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Paddy. I think I remember Paddy.
No. He said he kinda Faggy. Kinda Ferguson.
Faggy.
Hubert,
And
yeah.
Where I first name?
Hubert. He married. He said he married his wife named Marie Lyons. She Lyons.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
the man said he had to come see me. He had to express how happy he was with my commentating now on the races.
Yeah. We love it, boy. We love it. Miss Jarvis, say good evening.
Yes, Mr. Yes, man. That's my ballet.
Yeah, Mr. Jarvis. Yeah. Turhan say what's up too. And
Yes,
Jesus
man.
say what's up. You know, I mean, everybody is so chill. Just to wait for a wife come back on and then we are getting to it today.
Yes,
But
man.
besides that, I hear you with a hot down there, man. I hear Billy hot right now.
What? Blazing hot, but I understand a cold front they come down.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's make a difference.
Yeah.
That make a difference. Whether they expected weather for the race coming up. Whether they say they call anything.
I'm not sure about it, but you have a cold front, so you'll be a bit
Joe.
like the 60s, upper 60s.
1 second, Joe. Your mic is acting up again. Mic is acting up. You know you gotta do what you gotta do.
The mic is acting up.
Yeah, you're getting feedback, Joe. All right. Yeah. So expect. So the cold front. Oh, believe they said 70 degrees, boy.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
You're perfect for the finals. 70, I said, Jerry said.
Cold front of 70 degrees.
Perfect for the finals.
Yeah. Turhan say if you call it, I make a difference though. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It look real tricky this year. Some of the names who I see the call, I said, man, yeah, be a tough one this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think yeah, be rough too. Hey, Joe.
We're still having the problem.
Yeah, you still got the problem. You're still bounce in and bounce out. Come off of the go up on the phone. What you have to use the computer for? Yeah, take your time and come back in, man. I run out two with him. You know we're there every Wednesday evening, 9 Eastern, 7 Belize time, 6 Pacific. As G. Mike was stating before, Mr. Gregory Morrison will not be joining us today. Prior engagement, he'll be back next week. And then Lisa should be somewhere in the background in a little while. And then we go get Mr. Joe straightened out. We have another special guest coming on. I'm trying to get him linked up in a little while. So just be patient with us. The beauty of technology. That is the beauty of technology. Okay, Jarvis. I know sometimes why that too, man. But that's why you go on today. Patience is the key to virtue, I just want to say big ups to a couple people while we wait, you understand? I want to say much respect to the one Buddy Brown. For all the do for the youth, I believe still, you know what I mean? I want to say respect to Miss Elder Kanaki, definitely. I want to big up Lisa Culture. Soon y'all know where they're going with this, with everything. Because we're gonna have the betas, we're gonna have a couple Belizean items that you will get in touch with Lisa with and find out more about in a little while. So that'll be a blessing. Here comes Mr. Joey again. Let's see what he's talking about. Jojo.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now. You know the deal.
Yeah.
We're waiting on your boy. You're having some difficulties too. So you could get into your game if you want, if you're ready. You ready to get into your game?
Yeah, I'm in now, I guess.
All right. Yeah, you in now. Yeah. Well, you have Andrew right there. So let me try to make some other connection while you guys do what you do. Okay?
Where's the chairman of the show? Andrew.
Yes, sir.
You look like the chairman. All right, it's just you and I then.
I guess.
Yeah, for right now, Joe, because the chairman is having difficulties too.
All right, fine. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Let me I'll ask you some questions, which obviously for me, as a former president some years ago in the 80s, and as the one who could be held responsible for opening the cross country for the reasons that I had given before, I would ask you this question tomorrow, or Saturday rather. How well you think our Belizean riders are prepared to go up against the foreigners?
Good question. So, in recent races, it's been shown that our riders have definitely stepped up to another notch. If you look at the recent Alfred Parks Memorial Race, we had some Guatemalans who are top-notch came to take part in that race, and our Belizean boys outdid them. So we are definitely at par with them. The only thing about the whole Saturday cross country is I'm not sure of all the foreign riders that will be coming on their status now. So it will definitely be a huge race. The competition will be stiff, but we have somewhere around about 8 to 10 riders that can match up to the international riders.
All right, you say that you have 8 or 10 that can match up. So you know for a fact that the association set the threshold, meaning up to what level you can participate in the cross country, because it's not for the professionals in the sense of those who are riding as professionals, huh? Is that still so?
Yes, they do have they do vetting, and according to Mr. Awil, he was on my show a couple of weeks ago, and you have to not be a Continental Pro for like 12 months. Then you are able to compete in the whole Saturday cross country race.
All right. So the class. Sorry, go ahead.
So the only reason Justin and Corey are able to take part because they are considered Belizean. No? They have Belizean citizenship, so they can get away. They are Continental Pros, but they have the privilege because of they are Belizeans.
But that seems like double standard.
Well, I
would
guess
say it's not because they are Belizean. I would have thought that it was guided by a threshold of category, meaning that you said just now that if they had ride for more than 12 months or some period in Continental.
Yeah, once they're not a Continental Pro for the past 12 months, they are given the green light. Yeah.
Right. They can be a Continental Pro, but they must not be a Continental Pro for the last 12 months.
12 months.
Good.
But like I mentioned, that Corey and Justin were exempted because of their status to Belize. They have no Belizean citizenship, no?
So therefore, you are saying that it's not so much setting the threshold based on your performance in terms of category, because here is Justin and the brother getting a pass because they are Belizean.
Right.
But if the others who are coming to ride had in fact have also the experience and the participation like what these two Belizeans got, then they would not be allowed.
No, they can come once they have that they are Continental Pros.
It doesn't seem fair to me, but again, let's move on. The point I wanted to get out in this discussion, when way back, Belize, you would accept that in sport, as it is in business, for you to improve in sport, just as it is in business, there has to be competition. For you to improve, you have to be able to compete. You agree?
Agreed.
So, the rationale we had at the time, when we decided to open the cross country, which was to be only temporary, was because our riders could not go abroad as we would like to. Only a few were able to go and to compete. So we said that to allow them to compete with better riders than them, or riders that we believe are up to that standard, then we'll open the cross country to bring them in. And therefore now we can say, well, we are getting competition. So the idea was to breed efficiency through competition. Of course, the first race we ran, Wadzana won. Wadzana won a race that he had never won. And why I'm saying that is my argument holds that a race of this type should never finish in a track. But we wanted to hold on to tradition and finish it in a track. When they came in, 17 Belizean riders, I remember clearly Lee Wire, Lewis, was right there with them. 17 of them came into the track with Wadzana. And what they did, they left Wadzana to sit at the front. And all of them waiting for him to move. Then when Wadzana moved, young Lewis went at him, but he couldn't catch him. What we were saying then, that there was no rules to stop the Belizeans from riding across the track. Nothing. If they decided to ride across the track, Wadzana couldn't pass them, and there was no rule at the time to stop them from doing it. That is why we had argued, never finish a race like that in the track. So Wadzana won because he turned out to be the best of the 18 of them in the sprinting. But they could have blocked him. The point I want to make is this, though. Over these years, since we opened it up back in 1984, 88, whatever it was, so many years after, do you believe now that our riders are exposed to competition up to a high level?
To a certain
country.
To a certain level, because if you bring in the real pros, what you call the world pro riders, we don't even stand a chance. So I spoke to a past president and I asked, who came up with the vetting? And he said, well, he did. And I asked why. He said, well, to give our guys a chance, because if you really open it up to the pros, they would come in and take away everything. And they would just come in for one day, and when they leave, our guys don't really get any they don't learn anything because the guys just come in for the prize. And so I hear two sides of the story, because Fitzgerald was saying just open it up, make anybody come in at all, right? And Alana will take a lot of heat for it, because Alana Will was given those directives by the Cycling Federation. This is the rule. This is what we expect. This is where if you see a rider, you go research a rider and see he's still a Continental Pro. He will not make the roster now. So according to them, they want all riders to have a fair competition, because to be honest, all riders, there's some few riders that are no work. Most of the riders have jobs that are 8 to 5. They have family and they don't have the time for putting all the training on to compete with full-time riders. And this is where a lot of fans have to be educated about, because some of the fans believe that, because you win a race or because you're the top Belizean, you could go and beat anybody, and it's not so. Cycling is a brutal sport. Brutal. When I say brutal, it's not for. I always say it's not for the faint of heart. If you can't handle it, if you can't handle the heat, come out of the kitchen. So I always give my Belizean riders kudos to go on and compete with these guys. These guys, the Guatemalans, most of them they just ride. Like I said, only a few Belizeans. So for have a fighting chance, you really have to keep it at that. You have to be careful when you say open it up, because young Derek Chavaria had the chance. He made the he actually qualified to take part in the World Championship in Glasgow. And when I spoke to him, he said these guys were going so fast, he can move for the position. And these guys are U23s. So it shows where World Pro riders are a step ahead of us. So it's a tough decision. It's a tough, how call it?
I agree, it may be a tough decision, but I don't think it's a wise decision. And let me tell you why, Andrew, if you allow me to. When we opened the cross country, it was the only thing we had as the catalyst to transform Belize into a venue for cycling. We wanted Belize to become one venue for international cycling. We were almost in the Sports Illustrated magazine, which you know is a top sports magazine. So we were going to use the cross country as the catalyst. After when we had Belize known as a place for cycling, we were going to open certain events, just like what happens in France, the Tour de France. How often does a French win the Tour de France? We're going to have the national event, the cross country, to take it back to a national event as it has been traditionally. And then the other races that we were to have was to be some races that will be opened up to international cyclists. And we're going to have them, as a gentleman commented just now, one race cannot make competition. And he's right, because it was never intended for one race to do it. So we were to make Belize the venue for international cycling, and that is what would bring competition with our boys. Secondly, we were to begin to go into professionalism with the riders. In other words, we wanted them to begin to ride for a living. We wanted to understand that sports in Belize, just like the performing arts, must become an industry. So we wanted to develop athletes in this country, cyclists, that would be riding as a way of earning a living. And we would have taken our cyclists, because from all accounts of Belize, done by some experts, remember, we brought to Belize one of the best coaches the world had, the Polish guy. Remember we brought him?
Yeah.
And he did 2 weeks of training trainers. That was the guy that trained the American team. And the American team won the race at the Olympics. Of course, the East Black had boycotted that Olympics. But to show you that we've got him to come to Belize. And we started the training for trainers. So the idea was that Belize would become the center. Maybe I have gone a little too far. I don't want to be taking this show, but I want to come back to, Andrew. that I will be looking forward for the cross country again on Saturday. Just like I look forward for the female race. And yes, there were 2 foreigners that seem to have dominated. So for me, there is some races we'll have in Belize that we have to accept. They will not be run by Belizeans. Then we can have the one for Belizeans, which should have been the cross country, if that is what we want. But have some races that we want to open up. Begin to encourage our athletes to become professionals and ride for a living. And I would say, if we had gone that road, we would have been maybe far ahead today. What your thoughts on that? Do you believe we should develop our cyclists to be able to earn their living from cycling?
Well, most of the guys would love to be professional cyclists, but to be a professional cyclist in this modern technology, you have to start off at toddlers, and that's a harsh reality. What have happened with the cross country because of its rich tradition, and it was solely Belizean for years, all Belizean populace, no one hear about foreigners. They know what I mean. The abuse where riders take even sponsors back out of sponsorship when we lose the cross country. So because of the rich tradition, or people are very patriotic, Kaya Katus made a comment, said that Belize are more patriotic when it comes to the cross country than Independence Day. And so cycling fans, no one here that are pros they compete you, they believe that Belizeans are pro. And I wish that someday, like you mentioned, that we could have riders that earn a living off of cycling. But it's one of the toughest sports. I mean, why couldn't it be like basketball, football? It's just extremely expensive, extremely demanding. We call it a selfish sport because allow you for have one social life. It's a lot of the guys come and someone cry because they say we try our best, but we just can't beat the guys. They are too much. I mean, there's so many angles. I mean, nutrition, masseuse, the proper bike fit. I could go on and on. You understand? And so,
all right. Let me ask you this question: how many clubs do we have right now? Ongoing clubs in this country.
We just have a few. I said maybe about 5 the most.
We had clubs. We had more than 5 clubs. And I must say this: I must give credit to Santino. Santino, no? Because he started the first club, and it was me who personally approached him. And then after him, other clubs came. And the clubs were what we needed to make cycling again become a professional thing that you could earn a living, because the clubs could begin to invest. You see, when these clubs were investing, some of them, you'll find that the promotion they were getting from the advertisement, they could have paid for it. Because when you are bringing in and you take back the cross country to a national event, exclusively for Belizeans then, nobody was right, because that's the national event. But then we will have a lot of other cycle races. So to me, it is extremely challenging. But to me, the fact about development is challenging any part of the world, anywhere we go. If we have to develop it, is very challenging, but it's not impossible. So I think that what the sports need now, and let me be a little bit somewhat critical, but in a very fair and just way, I think we need better management. We need better leaders. We need people who love the sport, but at the same time believe that they can earn something from it. And not having them just riding for a trophy. And then after that, they have to go back and do the normal thing. Give them opportunity that they can earn a living from it. So I would look forward for this cross country, and I hope indeed that a Belizean will win. But again, I have no idea. I have no idea what these guys are like that are coming. And that's it. We don't know. How many categories now, Andrew? I could get into something where you know about very good. How we have the categories now? What are the highest category we have in Belize? A category 1?
I believe, no, I don't think we have category 1 riders. 2. I say we have cat 2 riders. We don't really have cat 1. You probably have maybe Oscar, Chav, the closest, but they are still not cat 1 riders.
They have cat 1.
They are not cat 1. Those are the closest to cat 1. Yeah.
So they are cat 2.
the majority we have here are cut 3s and 4s.
All right. No, these riders are
few.
coming in. What category are they?
Some of them are cut 1s.
So therefore, why is it that we want to bring in Cat 1 riders to ride against Cat 2 and Cat 3?
Well, let me explain to you. Recently, just a few days ago, the riders that rode for Williams Racing, I think they were Cat 1, and the rider at 1 was a Cat 2 from Elias Wets. So they still can be beaten in a race like this because those riders that came in were more like crit riders, and you know, we feel like the Cat 2s were at a disadvantage, but the Cat 2 riders proved me wrong that she actually won. She beat a Cat 1 rider.
I see a gentleman is putting up something here, which maybe we could look at, Andrew. He said to ride open to Continental, but require for riders to ride the cross country. They need to do 2 other races, such as Alfred Parks, Creme, or BMB. I disagree with him. I think for the riders, they should be able to ride maybe about 15 to 20 races in this country. So what we had back then, which has gone now too, we had what you call the cycle for cycling. We had the period where they would be resting. We had a period for the kind of training in the gym and so. And then we had the riding season. The riding season took us about 9 to 10 months, but we had a calendar. And everybody knew in advance all the races that would be ridden for the year. Not just the cross country, it was the lead up to the cross country. So we had the Coruscant race, we had the Belmopan race, we had the Orange Walk race, we had many criteriums in the city, we had many other races. So we had several races for the year, but they knew in advance. Everybody knew in advance that we may have 20 races or so. So everybody had a chance to enter into all of those races and ride. And then there was a certain time when they would go abroad. We went abroad for the Olympics, about 3-4 Olympics. We were in South Korea. And then we go abroad, we ride in Barbados. They had some good riders there coming throughout the region. Very good riders from out of Martinique and so those French countries. We ride in Trinidad. They have Barbados have the best, I think, velodrome. But we ride road races in Barbados. We ride in Trinidad. Then we were going into Central America. And I will say something for history. You remember when Alfred Parks won the Ciudad del Carmen race?
Yeah, I'm pretty young.
Huh?
No, so I remember Lindy Gillett and other riders, Alfred Parks, and I know him one of the riders there. But I know follow-up cycling. Yeah.
Alfred Parks had won the Ciudad del Carmen race, one of the biggest races in the southern part, because it is in the southern part of Mexico, one of the biggest criterium race. And he had also a road race, and Parks won that race. But 22 years after, nobody's ever win it again. Mm-hmm. So when we open the cross country, I promised them that when we come back, another 2-3 years, we're going to take positions. Andrew, we went back. Linda Gillett, Warren, the Lewis them. We took about 10 riders. The Saturday we rode the road race, the 50-mile race out and back. There were 5 finishing places. And there were about 5 station prizes. Belize took the 5 places, the 5 first places, and they took the 5 station prizes, everything. But that was the smaller race. The big race out of the criterium in the city itself, the big race, the Sunday, Bama and I was in that race. Bama ride that race too. Now, listen to this. Belize, there were 10 first place prizes, 10 places. And then there was also station prizes. This song incredible. Belize took all the 10 places and all the station prizes. I am telling you, I was a little bit worried because the Mexicans were acting up. So I tell them, back with hurry, get out of here. But before we left, the newspaper was already out. And you know what was the headline? I still have that newspaper. I must turn it over to the museum. You know what was in the headline in Spanish? I could never forget it. It said, in other words, the black men came, took everything, and left nothing. Because that is how they described us. Of course, they may like that color. So they said that the black men came, they took everything and left nothing. So the point I wanted to make, we couldn't have done that if we had not opened the cross country. Because the cross country at least maybe prepare us to have better competition. And when we went to Sweden that year, we won. By the way, Andrew, make I remind you too. I don't want to take over, but I don't know if I get like the other chairman. You realize that you were one of the least best too. No, you know to ring your own bell. You don't want to blow your trumpet. And I don't make nobody take your trumpet, make one spittoon. I want to blow it for you. You were a damn good rider, Andrew. You were among the best software riders that this country had produced at the time. And I can say that, but you can't even know you. And I mean, hello, no.
1, 2, 1, 2.
No.
Being heard.
The chairman is take over, so what I want to know.
Boy, you're not
turn
going
over to
nowhere.
him.
You're not going nowhere.
And
Why
I
this?
just want to ask Andrew one more thing before he go off.
Before who go off? And you're not going nowhere. You
No,
where
man,
you
sorry.
went?
Sorry, before I... Andrew, I like the way you do the announcement at the events. There was only one thing I will ask for, like those who maybe were not following it, minute for minute, hour for hour. Sometimes they would come in, especially when the race is reaching a certain point of excitement. You know, as they're coming back and coming down. It would be good if they could maybe, when they're announcing it, they begin to give us a little more information about the riders, where they are. No, this can only improve because you have done your best. I must say that. You will need some kind of sort of technology in terms of communication. I don't know what it is. So that when you're giving your announcement, because you are very good, you give a good coverage because you know the sport. But sometimes it looks like you cannot access that information because you are not there. Is it such that you could only announce what you are seeing?
Yep. It's I have to announce what I see in front of me. But I fell in love with this commentating, and it really changed my life. I didn't realize I touched so much life. I mean, my phone blew up. I get so much messages. People stop by, visit, and say, doing a good job, and I really appreciate. We didn't even know some of the riders, but through my commentating, they have learned names of riders, even nicknames, and a lot of kids and cyclists get help through my through the live where I share now and the show, and so I get thanks for even the cyclists, and I say that, Andrew, you allow us to want to ride. I mean, a lot of new friends, a lot of people get involved with cycling because they didn't know it was such a fun sport. But while commentating, they said that I bring back the sport alive, and that's when I like that I brought it back alive, because cycling was, down, and after the COVID, and we started to do the streaming, it have shed new life on the sport, and so I will continue to do my best to try to keep it that way.
But let me tell you, you have people now using some of your slangs.
Right? Yeah.
You have your way how you're making creative with words.
Yeah.
So you find your own words how to describe some of the situation.
Right.
The last comment on this, Andrew, is the communication. Let's say the peloton is there, maybe 70, 80 riders. And then you have two lead groups. You might have 6 riders in the front lead. And then you might have 8 riders, just as an example, in the second. Now, obviously, if you are up front with the 6, and the gap has opened more than, let's say, 2 minutes, it will be difficult for you to be reporting on the second lead group. Where's the peloton? So when you give your report on the first, we are cut off from what is happening in the rest. Now, is there any way you think they can improve how you will be able to could get the information about where the peloton is, clearly what is the difference in the gap, where the second lead group is and the difference. Is that likely that we could work towards that?
Well, that's what the federation is trying at this moment, but then I have some little issues. They have different cameras. Camera 1, then they have camera 2, and then they have some road official, what they call it, timekeepers. They would give me the time gaps and say, okay, this are the gap for the second group. But I don't really have I don't have the idea who are in the group behind, but I still try, put a second phone for my thing so I could see when the cycling federation have up their page and say, I could peep on it and say, okay, I recognize those riders, because when I split the screen, then I could see who to come. And they are trying. Yeah, they are trying.
One more thing then before I go. I want to hear this, and I know it might not. Some people believe sometimes it's not good to do it, but you as an expert, and knowing how impartial and fair you are, who would you say is among the top 10 for Belize that will give us the garland and could give us the garland? Who do you think is among the top 10?
Well, of course, I have the defending champion, Oscar Quiros. I have Giovanni Lovell. I have Carlton Robinson. I have young Derek Chavaria. I love the young man, Javin Gonzalez. I had a name that I can't remember all the names, whatever. Who else I have?
You say any number of them guys that could win the race? You think all of them got what it takes to win the race?
They would have to have a very good day, G Michael. They have to have a very good day, because the group of riders that are coming, they have a challenge in front of them. They definitely have a challenge in front of them.
Yeah. All right. Joe, thanks for holding up, man, the fort on this. I don't know if it's a Holy Week thing, but everything just started to go crazy. So we got it online now, it seems. Thanks, Andrew, for holding over. I see Kenrick came in. You look at your galley issues there too. I know I'm perfect science, so certainly what you did out there, I know I'm perfect science either, and I know the challenges that are out there.
Right.
Where I want to say that, make sure and secure the numbers and the riders better. A lot of times when they flapping at the wind, you, a man like you, are able to identify them because you're there with them boys day and night. But the foreigners you can't identify, you don't know them that well.
Right.
And sometimes when you can match the riders along with the numbers, but if you can't see the numbers and the guy with their helmet on and moving at the speed they're going, it's not always easy, no? So now you say you fell in love with it. You're obviously you're doing well. Are you having fun at it? As it hasn't started becoming a chore yet, has it?
Yeah, it's more like a pastime, but I guess this is where I give back to cycling. I don't race anymore, but I have fun going out there, and whenever you return home and you get the cars and they say, man, you did an awesome job today. We really enjoyed the race. Like I had a visit from Mr. Herbert Ferguson out at New York, and his wife, I think her name is Marie Lyons Ferguson. And they said, when I mentioned last year, I didn't know where this came from, when I passed through the Ben Grong, I said, even the dead people are jumping out of their grave. The amount of people call me and tell me they laughed and they belly hot, then they jump out and they see it. So sometimes it just comes natural. Things just come out of me natural. And
you never see it actually they happen though, right? You never.
No. It's just the excitement.
Yeah.
It's just to keep fans engaged, because fans don't want to talk about 5 rider they did this or what. People want to hear, the tarmac is on fire. They blow away like skittles. When you use those terms and you keep the excitement building, and especially like last year when Oscar break away from Corey and the other rider, it gave me that renewed energy just for keep the fans on the point of the seat, and that's when I like the excitement that you could bring it all the way to the tape. you know, you're engaged, and the things where I practice, and people say, how you could talk non-stop for 6 hours non-stop and keep people engaged? Well, it's something that it's not come overnight. I practice. I get in front of the mirror. I talk. I talk about phantom race. If Gene Michael come right at the shop right now, I say, we're at as we approach the last 10 miles, Gene Michael Reid is with Mr. Cowie. Look at Gene Michael Reid as he attacks. Mr. Cowie is in deep trouble. Things, just to keep fans, entertained. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
and that's something you just practice it, and you get perfect.
You get Kenrick, can you hear us?
Why, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I want to give recognition to one of our great legends,
Great that.
Kenrick Holiday. Again, one of the best this country has produced. Kenrick,
The man in the house, but I don't know you're here with. You're here with Kenrick? Doc. Say
Yeah,
something.
yeah, good.
Doc
Ah.
Holiday.
Want to hear me?
Yeah, I will hear you now. Now I hear you. Yeah, man.
Want to
All
hear
right.
me?
The man that threw some kudos your way. Joe said you're one of the best as far as he know it. You're in a good company because I think now a lot of man come through. Some legends. Who you respect the most in your time as riding, Kenrick? No,
Well,
we're not.
respect, I may have a few. Look, well, few people I pick out.
Who you?
Hutchison number one,
Okay.
because they're older than me. The McGills, McGill Rudy. They're older than me when I just start. And you have Lezama Emilio.
Oh, let me get it.
He be
All
tough
right.
too.
They named that familiar to you, Andrew. How long you there wrong, Andrew?
So let me explain to you. Kenrick Holiday, that was my idol when it comes to cycling. As a matter of fact, most customers yesterday asked me, name top 5 cross-country legend. And I named Alan. I said, but you have to pick the number 1. And I said, well, Kenrick Holiday would be my guy because I get to know Kenrick through my dad. And, when Kenrick came around, I felt like when I actually met Kenrick for the first time, you feel super special for this superstar. You could actually talk to this man acknowledge you. And so Kenrick was, I actually was, as a kid, I just put a number on my back, which there was Kenrick numbers back in the day. I think I'm 19 or something. But he was my idol, and when we always talk, and he spoke about how my dad, was a very helped him started riding. My dad, he rode Costa Bike Race, and I tell you, from here to Hattieville, and my dad was one of the king of Costa Bike Race, right, Kenrick?
Yeah.
You remember my dad, right?
Yeah, man.
All right. Kenrick, on the bikes.
Yes, man, I remember Abel. When I first met Abel.
Go ahead. We're going to delay, Pineapple. Go ahead. No, they're going to delay. I don't know where they're going. Wait, you're up on the, all right. Will they hear you, though?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yes, but you know the man dad.
Yeah, I know a very good man. When
right.
I first meet him, we were riding Costa Bike Race. I took a chance to go out from a power bicycle to go ride against Abel. But the crowd that we were with today out of the tour, that me and Abel come back to the finish. But when I get to the gas station out Patong, I stop because I don't want the crowd know I come in with my bike.
You know what?
Abel, they asked Abel, what happened to the man? And the man there at the gas station out of town by Shell there. We'll go get the man. So they send somebody out there and tell me come in. And my party out there to look for me when I come in too.
The man never lost you, though.
No, he never told me nothing.
Yeah.
He more proud of everything.
But
when he heard the story.
You talk about Costa Bike. With no the bikes there nowadays, Andrew and Emmanuel keep most of them bike in a shape. With a bike like what I have nowadays compared to what you know me to ride to, you think you not think that I do much better and broke on a few records?
No, man. The bicycle when I have nowadays is not much better than the one
where we have now. The only difference I see with them, they're built different. And some are in shape like one vegan donkey, where they go uphill, the frame. I don't like sitting there. But the weight of the bike and the condition of the bike, we used to ride with Campanolo. And then when I was 531, we used to have good bike, Falcon, we have Binotto, we have Carlton Rally. We had good bicycle back then. The only thing now, good bicycles is more common. But we have good bicycle back then in the 70s.
But the cost, we kind of nowadays that like one car you to buy. So, but with the cost, how you may compare to the cost back then?
Well, if you want good bicycle then would have cost you about $6,000.
That's
Right
still a lot of
now,
money.
Bicycle they cost like car. Because take for instance, the man they can't afford to buy Campanolo. Campanolo are one of the best Italian parts you could buy. And right now, if you want to buy Campanolo, you better think about you buy diamond or gold. Because Campanolo is very expensive. Andrew could tell you that.
So how you compare to Cannondale?
No, Cannondale, the bike brand is not a component. Can we talk about the parts on the bike?
All right.
Yeah, Cannondale are my bike brand. I just like if I tell you about Binotto.
Would you agree that the bicycle today?
Binotto are a good bike.
It is. Would you agree that what they have advanced in the terms of technology with cycling is one, they are lighter, two, they are stronger material they are made, three, they build with. So I would say that the bicycles today, if you, with the strength that you had, and maybe, well, they have, I'm certain you're riding one of those bikes that they have today, man, you would have increased your speed by maybe 5-6 times. You would have to. Because they are lighter.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
They have
I see the bike.
You ride some of the modern ones already, Henrik?
Because it gets
yeah. Joe, where am I talk about? They have more gears?
No, I'm saying that technology in cycling, like it is in many other things, has improved by giving you a lighter bike. He give you a lighter bike. He give you a bike made from titanium or whatever it is to make it stronger. It won't break.
Aerodynamic, more aerodynamic, yeah.
And the third part is the aerodynamics. So it means that they give you the least risk, the least wind resistance. So they have that technology. Now a man like Kenrick with his strength, with one of them by Kenrick, I'm left from Belize, Ghana, Kaya, and come back here one.
Kenrick.
Well, it depends on the condition he wear the man in, you know. And that know the bike.
Strongest riders.
Because I will tell you something. The technology where I see with the bike there nowadays, right? They bring the shifters in at the handle where they can steer or whatnot. And everybody goes for that. No, I don't go for that. I go for one shifter in at the handle. Wait till now, I still stick to the shifters in at the handle. Because I put one. Andrew give me one pair the other day, and I put it right back in at the handle on the bicycle where I have. And the weight and the new bike when I have now not make no difference to the one where we had in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Then they make the frame, they say it's stronger because the frame thicker. I would agree that it's stronger because of the tubing. But weight-wise, you could get good quality bicycle back then, just like you got it now. Because it depends on what the man wants to use from bicycle when he feel comfortable with. But he could tell you because he messed wrong with a lot.
Talk about Andrew. Andrew, what you think about that? Because you see the bikes and you've seen the evolution from the older style to the new one. Kendrick is suggesting that, I mean, just as well from them one as the old ones. You see a mass difference in the way the production from the guys riding these modern ones.
So what each every decade stuff change. So in a Kendrick time, Kendrick had one at the top of the line bicycle. The Benotto had a full compact, no lot one of the lightest bike, the one of the most expensive bike then. Likewise, when the guys are used nowadays. So road improvement have changed. Like I said, aerodynamics. The bike then are full. Most of the bike then, a lot of the bike then are full electronic. They don't use cable anymore. They use battery and the shifters then. They have changed to 12 speed now, which is and they use tubeless. They don't use tube anymore. They're not tubular. Kendrick does use tubular, and that at the top of the line then. No, they use tubeless. It's just like a vehicle. It just use a sealant in it. If you get punctured, the sealant heat it up. So the technology have changed a bit, and road condition, and so that's the reason why the records have been broken, because of the modernization. Right, the road get pretty smooth. Back in our Kendrick days, you have to ride through so much gravel. So I also like compare Kendrick time with today's time, because if Kendrick was living, if Kendrick was young and racing at his time, he would have done exactly what Oscar and all the guys may do. He might be a top-notch rider. So if I had taken the young Kendrick and put up this bike nowadays, he would smash record. So Kendrick would be a top-notch rider even today. So just the era have changed, the technology have changed, and that's because the race will get faster. So I try not to compare and say, oh, well, this one time is better, that one time better. Everybody go through the changes. Just like with cars change for carburetor now, the fuel injected, and also even have battery operated cars. So it's just the era. So everybody have their time when they shine, but if you would take them from that time and put them, they would be as great as they were in their time. So that's my take on it.
Now, as far as the training of the guys out there on the road, and you see how they kind of work when they put in. We know what them boy like Kendrick used to put in for 10 days. Do you see the same level of dedication nowadays, or are they not as dedicated?
No, I think the older riders, Kendrick and days, were very dedicated, because today, them guys no longer ride if they're not riding with a team for help out. Kendrick would get out and see coffee that carry here, and he won't go to Kai and come back. You understand? Same thing Parks and the guys. That's how the guys was riding. Then there's I call them a tough man. They are like soldiers. They go equipped, while these days.
They love the sport.
Yeah,
they really love the sport. Yeah,
right.
Can you give me the talk about the type of bike too? There's a race I remember. And the rumor was that Rudy punctured and he grabbed one. I mean, Rudy or one I brother, and he grabbed the coaster bike and ride on way up on that, and then catch up to the pack and then shift back on the bike. You remember the race, and what you remember about that?
I remember I never made a riding times there, but he's supposed to ride and catch up with the crowd on a coaster bike, and he couldn't do it. Because back then, in for them times, they are gravel. But if you're a strong rider and you do ride on a coaster bike with them wide tires, you have better flotation than what the man on the racer bike got. So if you're a strong cyclist, you could get there. Because someone used to ride race with 79-inch gear. That the way me and Lezama and Hutchison changed from the bicycle world, because we think one man with a 79-inch gear shouldn't follow you if you could pump on 54-13.
Which one? The bigger sprocket? The type of ratchet or the sprocket? Yeah.
The sprocket and ratchet, because I used to do 54-13. Like Lizarman used to do like 50. And when you the pedal then gear and the swing then like windmill, you could know that the man with the pedal 79 can't hang there.
Yeah, I guess that the man behind the gears, no?
Yes,
we know
if you got a good tailwind,
Uh,
yeah, if we got a good tailwind and you really run, they can't stay there.
one young lady want to know if you
And but
remember.
you may have some fast man. You may got some real fast man we're pedaling same 79-inch gear. Because you got people I could remember like Noel Garden, Elsa Norman Carr, and a few others we used to ride. They see 79-inch gear there, and they used to when in the sprint, when the finishing our race, you better tighten up because then they come.
Like
So
cross
you better
country.
butcher them out there so that they can't sprint when they get in.
This young lady want to know if you know. You remember a pa? He mean David Gillett. I imagine he used to ride. You remember him?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
no, yeah.
Where yeah, Deidre? Deidre, I just put up
Huh?
something on the screen there. Yeah, I
Hello?
guess now while we are back. Joe, you remember him?
I remember Lindsay,
Huh? Who that?
Lindsay Gillett, but I don't remember David.
All right. Joe, you done
Yeah,
president
Lindsay.
of cycling one time, right?
Yeah, I was president for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
You-
Joe.
but you never in a Kenrick time though.
No, Kenrick was before I became president, but I was already following cycling. And I used to admire when I used to stay by the roadside and then we go and then we go again and we catch up. And I could remember watching Kenrick pedaling that bike. And I admired the way how he was pedaling. I saw the strength in him. The other guy that he mentioned earlier, what the guy named Kenrick, the fellow from Cayoeira there, he was very strong too.
Esperanza?
Or Hutchison.
Hutchison?
Yeah, he was a very strong rider.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that man, a monster. Yeah, you had some strong
Yeah,
riders in
Hutchison.
that. You had good riders in that day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he used to ride good. Then you
Yeah.
have Lizama. He used to ride very, very strong, but they never have that. Where would I say that bicycle tech?
The sense,
Because
the riding
You have to know
sense.
when to pedal my heavy gear. Yeah, well, what's that? But you have to know when to come off on a heavy gear and when to go up on a light gear, because then a crazy man there that want to climb on top with a 5214 can't do that.
You
I don't
take
care
a
how
lot,
strong the man.
take a lot out there,
I-
right?
I tried a fool there. My gear can't change. I bust
was-
my chain.
That was one of the things I must say about a man like Vincent Smith. Vincent Smith was a very powerful rider. In other words, he can hold them gear and run them for miles. He was very strong. The thing about it, he was unfortunate. He always the second.
Like Duncan Vernon.
Alpheus was winning. Alpheus, well, of course, they were riding under the same coach. Under
Mokbelal.
the coach, Buckner.
Mokbelal.
Buck Belide. He was one of the best trainers we had around. But of course, Kenrick, who was your trainer at the time? Hey, Kenrick?
There's a delay in reaching to Kenrick. I don't know. Andrew, you guys, and I imagine this for Kenrick too, still coming up to the day, because I remember that there's excitement in the whole city. But how you could handle it? Because they're right up front and center with this thing. I remember sometimes I got trouble sleep because I'm so excited to get up the next day and go see this race, right? How you just go to bed and sleep? I always wondered how you do it, man.
You better, to be honest, this thing away, it energizes you, it keeps you young. That's why I love about the sport of cycling. You feel that like an energy run through your body. And I always encourage people, if you have never ride a bike before, learn to ride a bike, because I had a terrible accident, I almost died, right? And I said, "Chop, you never ride bicycle and walk again." And the bicycle bring me back. I started to ride back, I started to race back, I started to win back race in a Weekend Warriors. And so bicycle, the how I call it, you are the engine will drive this bike. And whenever you're around cyclists, especially like when you're around cyclists every day, this is what I love. I work on bike, the wrong cyclists have the show, and like you know, I feel like I don't get older. I feel like, you know, I get younger, and even at my age, my life gets so I wish I had 48 hours in a day because there's so much for me to do when it comes to the sport. I wish I had a longer time. I run out of time. Sometimes my family pay a heavy price because I always there with cycling or the work on bike very late, and so you know, I have to thank my family because they support me. But this sport will definitely make you feel good. My brother-in-law just visited. He said, can we not change at all? A man still looking. I say, yes, can we come by? And the man still strong and everything. We have not a classmate where my age pass away or, you know, they have to walk with walking stick. But we are still here going, you know, like usual.
Yeah, you don't have to get in low blow like that, but well, we are right anyway.
Yes.
Listen, somebody talk about where the race used to start and stop. I remember Georgie Agas meet shop, and going up and coming back, and then it talk about Rajasthan. I remember Pongyard Bridge, a couple of races used to start and end there, right? As far as you remember, where Kenrick, when you made the race, which part used to start and end?
We used to remember where Georgie Agas made it.
Right, I the one I remember. Yeah.
Out, almost a mile two there. Well, all of my race there start from right out there in the 70s. Right out by just before you get to Leslie's Imports.
Uh-huh.
Well, they used to start there. And then they used to go in a national stadium where they call Marion Jones now.
I wonder why they not do that anymore. Because they stop finish it in there. Though they're supposed to go on a better track, right?
Of course. Because we don't know, but that place they used to pack.
Yeah.
Pack with people. And but the two of my last races where I finished in there win. I fall down 2 times and still win.
So you made ahead of the pack.
Coming back. No. Then 2 races there, I'm in the finish with the pack.
And you drop and still get up and win the race.
Still get up and win. Because they bet me that I couldn't win the race with the crowd. So I had was to stay with the crowd to win.
Kenrick, tell me something, because now, you know, your time when you were riding solo, right? Man ride for themselves. Now the team concept has come on board. Which way you think was the better way?
For
back
to me again.
In the riding, you guys used to ride for yourself, right? That team concept, I believe, came in when that come in, Andrew. But in the 90s, I believe.
They're for a while.
No.
We had team back in the 70s.
Let me correct this one. You had before teams that come up, not formally. 2 brothers. You take the Bogale brothers. Those roll as a team by virtue of being brothers. Then you have another person who may ride because the 2 of them are friends. But the time when we changed cycling to a team sport officially was in that same period of when I was the president, when we gone over to team sport.
I think that Santi was instrumental in that, right? Because Santi started bringing in some teams.
So what I did, I encouraged him. He was one of the first persons I approached. I wanted to develop the club concept, which would have been the team. He started, then other teams applaud. And that's how teams came about. Because cycling is really a team sport. It's just that at the time back then, what we need to know, this is important for us to understand, that cycling in Belize evolved out of cross country. So cycling was never a sport that was exposed to the world in the sense of the technology, the training and whatnot. We weren't. That exposure only came way up in the 80s. Because for Belize, cycling was the cross country, that was it. But we never gone into the technology. We never gone into the sophisticated type of training. We never gone into cycling as a team sport. So those things were already happening in the world. They were all over where cycling was. And then eventually we got into it. So the team sport started in the 80s through the clubs. And I must say, Santino was the first club that we had. Then others came in shortly with him. I don't know, Andrew, you could help us. We have any more of the clubs left?
We're having some technical difficulties all around, it seems. Kenrick thing they go and
Yeah.
come for now. Andrew they go and come. And,
Yeah.
and then we're going to storm. You pay the internet bill, right, Kenrick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Why I'm gonna ask Andrew about coming up to the big day. How no go sleep the night before that? Because I guess you're all excited and whatnot. It must be tough.
Well, no, when it comes to that, you get used to. Well, I used to get used to go sleep at 7, and anyway around 2, 3 in the morning I have to done get up, because I used to go that road 2, 3 in the morning, as long as they got a good moonlight, because I don't want to meet nobody, and we go sleep normal.
When you say I don't want to meet nobody, I don't want to meet
Always.
nobody else to train.
No, I want to be by myself.
You rather train by yourself
And
than
we used to go with the one. So the time I did with our service vehicle, yes, because it's harder. And
Yeah.
then when you train against time, because why? You try to say if you could block the record every time, and that used to be my goal, right against time.
say
And
right
usually
against
come
yourself.
out to me, yes,
Yeah.
because you got people like Eddie Smith and Chavaria, and then Sydney Sikafi could tell you, then come up and tell him he could follow me anywhere where they go, and he tell him one during the week he going and he tell him we're going at 19 miles, and that morning he left we go at 19 miles, and when we take off, then take off fast. And when I pass, then they don't see me till I they come back.
Yeah.
Because I got turn at 19, and when I reach the 17, 18, that then I meet them.
And then
when
going
I
up.
come back.
What kind of diet
Coming,
you use? How strict your diet? Wait. Uh-huh.
I eat with normal rice and beans. You throw your pigtail, your beef, your pork, anything in there as long as you don't eat craziness.
Serious?
Because the amount of work, what we eat the do. Find a bicycle there. Burn off anything you eat.
But I see man now with
Anything
them.
you eat.
I see man with now with expensive bars and all kind of nutritious thing and whatnot. So you never got no special nutrition diet like that.
No, we never used to do that. We eat good thing. We eat fish, with beef, with pork. You got a man like Winston Smiley. He used to eat to Kenrick Holiday because his son they never made it right then. But when I got a Winston style, or my ma would have go, I no go. He make sure I get my meat. He even send go buy the vegetables and give me ma, and I get my thing like that.
So you
So,
just go out there and burn out whatever you put in there. You just burn out and work it out.
Definitely, every day.
Yeah.
Every day you race, you're the run from the person where you're not to see, and you're to try to catch the next time you think the front of you.
Whether you're
And
most good.
But them boys nowadays no train like that. They no train like that. If when I talk to them like that, they tell me I'm crazy.
But don't you think, Henrik, that all riders should carbo load?
That right there.
Huh? Don't you think that all
But
riders should carbo
there's
load?
then when you some
Carbo load. You know your carbo load before a race because cycling is the most enduring sport in the world. Those distance. So what they do is the carbohydrates that you need. So when they do the carbo load them, which is what probably you were doing, not
yeah.
for carbo loading. Some of them they allow them to do blood transfusion. They transfuse it. Yeah. And they allow them to do
True.
that. That's allowable.
I,
What you want to do obviously, you want to have a lot of fuel, a lot of firewood in you for burn. 'Cause that's what this
Wow, I tell you something.
sports are. But cycling is the most enduring sport in the world.
got it,
You
Kendrick.
know, when I'm in the ride, I'm really hype up when I'm in the ride. When my pack carry me to Goshinski, and they say I want to get one physical checkup because this man going to ride in a 2 weeks time cross country race. Well, he a kind of mischievous person, so when the man don't check me up, because he in a corner, tell him this man need to release the tension. So when we ran outside, the man laugh. So I said, what happened? Where doctor don't know? Say laugh with peel the teeth. Say the man say need to release the tension. Now how we are do that? I say I don't know where to talk about. But I know where you come from. Well, I had was to release tension for true. Well, they know because a doctor and they say how hype up your body are and things like that. Because the only complaint me get when it come to one doctor approval and so, but then the man who used to Goshinski, the man who used to go along with Victor Osha, right, that Central Drugstore there. They used to make a league transaction where we use race day. We are putting your water, you leave peppermint, your glucose, special water for drink.
Glucose, yeah.
Only thing that when you are, let's say you look for get out of the crowd and go. You got special water where you bathe with and where you nurture yourself down with, so that you could bring down your heart beat, your heart rate and thing. And when you pull out from there and let boss, you fresh, you gone.
Nothing illegal, though.
You open fire upon there.
Nothing illegal.
That legal. That's something legal because this is only medicine you put on you for cool you down. Because once you cool down, your heart rate could put out more energy. You could excel more.
So,
And
but
the same,
Kendrick, listening to you, it sound like you wouldn't, you know, big on one special diet as such. You figure as long as a man put in the right kind of, he could eat where he want,
training.
as long as you go in and put it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Once you do the work, you eat what you want. As long as you know as long as you eat what you used to, you eat proper, you sleep to time, you train to time, and put in the work the proper way. Excel yourself, be yourself, because you have to excel yourself so that when race day come, the race easier.
Yeah, somebody asked about this.
Race definitely easier for you.
Somebody asked about the accident.
No cut your shot.
Go ahead. I don't want to stop you. Go ahead, man. Because we're gonna lead delay. That's why.
Yeah, you know that whenever you see one cyclist the train, for instance, me, I take one motorcycle, and a motorcycle we had for you fella one motorcycle at 55 miles an hour. That's hard. Some people even say impossible. But you start from like 25, 30, and go right up. And you can maintain that for a long distance. It's very hard. But when you get used to it, I get so fit. I used to behind Sydney truck, Cafe. I travel behind his truck at 60, 65. And you tell that to some people right now. And in fact, I name like bring the conversation to somebody because they say, you know, the talk, the truth. Well, you go behind my back and tell Sydney how much you see a man could pace behind one vehicle. I follow him 60, 65. And then the days we never have lot of bump. When you left Rolling Creek, the road me good. When you jump, when you get that Rolling Creek on the hill, road good. We start a motor pace from there. Slam bam Belize. We only back off when you get around Hattieville.
You're getting draft for the Pulio, right? You're getting draft for the Pulio.
Of course. Yes.
No, I see that.
The truck have a high tail.
I see guys do that, jump behind vehicles like that. Have there been many accidents as a result of that, as far as you know, or want to do? When you jump behind a vehicle, what are the general rule? You tell the person, you make a sign or something, make a man know what you do. Because I see man just jump behind vehicle.
Well, normally when we do them bus or them truck, they run 55, they don't run 60. Only the bus then I get up to about 60. But the truck then at 55 and jumping on, and then when you see on the come, you have to start your sprint.
Yeah,
you have to sprint all out.
Yeah, but
when you get on now, you have to sit on there for
but that was very dangerous. We used to discourage cycling. That was very dangerous, Kendrick. You know why? Nothing wrong from somebody motor pace you. When the motor pace you, that is slipstream. You get into the slipstream, but if I the motor pace you, I know I the motor pace you. So I have to know how. Don't know anybody can motor pace you either. The person when the motor pace you have to know what to do. They can't have to keep you in the slipstream. But what had happened when I was cyclist, I jump under one truck. And that truck may stop sudden and he killed him. He died. I can't remember his name. They used to like do it and we used to encourage.
You know a bicycle?
Yeah, we used to advise them, don't do it. Don't go behind one truck unless then they out there for pace. It was dangerous.
It's dangerous. But you know a bicycle could stop passing on one truck? Bicycle could stop passing on one truck.
Yeah, but when you got your head down and you dig in, sometimes you know to see what they happen up there. I see when you go there, they concentrate. They like when they found the front wheel, and not really to see much of what going up the front there.
But yeah. When you do that, it best you stay right close to that truck. And if you don't want good cyclists, we will know anything there and look for danger. You could put out your hand and hold out your thing. I know they tell you the good for cyclists do that.
Oh, if we go try it.
So much experience. There's so much experience we get motor pacing behind the vehicle. I used to go to the sewing factory every morning religiously. And because they only drive 35 miles an hour, I used to do 54-18 so that I could get the revolution. No, that dangerous because they only drive 35. But one left from Belize and they follow them 35. All of them, they rev as hard as they could. And you know that build of sprinting quality 100%. That build of sprinting quality good. Because my last 2 years, I never have to work hard in our cross country, and I train hard for it. Whenever the man then come to a tape, people think say I the lead all the way. All I do is pinch hit me and haul right back in my shell. Anyone on it, Parks, anyone on it. I'm that fast that they couldn't stop me. The Mexican and Quine, they do the same thing. The Guate, the same thing. I pinch hit them faster than they.
Andrew, I guess you're busy around this time, no? Most of the people that bring their bike to you for tune up and thing, I believe. You might mute now. I don't get you. In the old days, we used to use the boom truck and Coca-Cola trucks. Turhan used to...
That's me one. The boom truck only drive 35 miles an hour. Same thing. When you get behind him, you use one light gear. and then are the safest people for motor pace behind. Because they don't drive more than 35.
When you say boom truck, that mean one passenger truck where carry passengers, the boom,
I
or
mean, a passenger truck.
yeah, with
I mean,
the
a
plank, the
passenger
block.
truck with CT in there.
Yeah.
Yes. One light blue one. I forget when the man name. But I used to know him good. And when they see me, they know me. So they just ride.
They know they come behind
They
it.
just
Yeah.
Yes, they know. And they smile and wave their hand. They
Alright.
coach us at the idea.
Andrew,
Yeah.
are you back? Andrew? We not hear you, Andrew. You must have got mute, man. You have to check see if you're not on mute.
Kenrick, let me ask you something about your time. And if I remember well, because in your time, you never had teams, right? You were not riding as
Yes,
team.
you have.
All right. You were in which team?
Yes, we did.
Which team you were riding with?
We had Millport.
Okay, so you were...
Millport with Ken Smith, McNabb, and...
Yes, I remember McNabb. That's right. Now, at that time in your training...
I started out in our team.
Right. At that time in your training, weren't you are doing the same thing, getting in the slipstream behind each other, just like when you do it behind one motor vehicle? Because if you are a good slipstream team, the man, when they set the pace, that he burn the most energy. The man with the right behind him will keep the same pace, but they burn far less energy. And the third man down, they keep the same pace, but they burn less energy. So when the first one come off at the pace, the thing will rest the back. Because the idea that once you stay on the slipstream, you can hold the speed, but with less energy being used. So that the same thing when they used to pace them with the motor vehicle. That you're, as a team, you practice to ride as accurately as you can to get into the slipstream, one behind the other. So I knew then, in that period when we were developing the clubs, that was part of important training. To be able to, they used to call it, they call somebody, when another team, when I'm part of the team, they used to call them wheel suckers. Because when they do, and I see them boy do it right now. I watch it in another race, the female race, so you'll find where somebody do last year, the boy did it. What he did, he take advantage that he decided that he don't want pace. He want to sit on when the guy in the lawn or in there. Them is stronger than he, so what he do, he sit under there, he no pace. So when they do, he go the same speed with them, but he burn less energy. When you're the ride as the team, or no change, or next, you know, you run 5 minutes or whatever it is, and the other one, each one run the same. So I could see the difference in terms of how cycling evolved in the world, not in Belize, with the type of equipment, the type of training, the type of lifestyle, and all these things is what I believe bring us to the point with the good road, and then things Andrew mentioned, why today we can do the distance in far less time. Remember back at Kenrick, when you ride, what was the time when I said? When you were riding, Kenrick, what was your time? What was the best time for the cross country?
Well, when I broke the record, I did better time than that in a training. But when the record broke, that was 7:33, 6:33. 6:33.
7:33. I think that's was it. No, what is Andrew? What is it? No.
6 or 7.
7:33.
Yeah, we hear you now. We got I had the mute on now.
Yeah, what happened? I had to switch thing. My son computer to use, so
You have to bring a young. I always have to bring a young generation for help with the thing.
I know whether the time now, whether the record we have right now for the cross country. Kenrick was 7:33.
5 something. 5. I mean, I remember exactly.
But under 6 now, no?
Yeah, under 6 hours. Under 6 hours now.
So what they say? We have cut time by almost 2 hours.
Right. Yeah.
And that is because technology, better road,
the road condition, yeah.
But the type of training, the better technology with bikes. Cyclists better understand know how to treat their body. When they we only could we eat rice and beans, but we never realize that there are other things that we could eat to build the carbohydrate. So we get a lot of advancement in cycling now. That's my point.
So Joe, you would think that Kendrick could have do better if
Well,
he
look
eat
at-
better?
I don't know cut out nothing short.
But I
You know
say,
they buy the shoes up.
why you think about Kendrick? But I tell you, like I tell Kendrick, why you think about him? But my body so I go tell her. Kendrick, that one person, where biologically was born strong. He is a man that some cyclists just born strong. But many other people were born strong. I can tell you this, I want to call it here. When we took Big Wire, that's Chotomal, when the coach from Miami, when we bring down Yakera, and he carried some Belize and 4 of them for riding at the velodrome. And when they come back, he said, man, he said, Belize got some very strong riders. Strong. But what happened? We never got the kind of technology, we never got the kind of training, we couldn't live the lifestyle like what the others did. But you take a man like Kendrick. Kendrick was born biologically strong.
But the man be disciplined too, because he
Not everything, no, you have to got discipline. If you not got, don't tell me about discipline, because you have to got that. That's a fact. You have to got discipline. But I'm saying that some people born what you call predisposed. Then genetics predispose them. But if they not get the right environment to develop, I think the guy when we win the Tour de France 7 times, Andrew Lance.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong to me was very strong. But what he do? He gonna use drugs? No, what we boy they used to use. You know what they used to use? Kendrick, you know that. Them boys used to smoke weed before they race. That's not true.
Well, I used to use brutal force and ignorance.
I they use boost instead with one stick of marijuana. Anyway, I'll let you with that.
but they can't do that now, right? Got that they test you for that, right?
Yeah.
They could
Yeah.
do it, yes.
No, but you not show up
No,
on the
no, you're
test.
not light. They
No,
might
but-
use stronger thing on
Well,
that.
I'm sure there are other things where they got banned.
They
we're lighter
they might
than
use
that.
Stronger thing on that, man.
Look, yeah, they have got so sophisticated with the tech with it.
They might know how to beat that too.
You know what they do? No. They have got so sophisticated with testing. You use an Olympic swimming pool, which is very big. You drop
No.
something in there that is illegal. They could test that and find that it is in it. So today, it's hard for you to believe that you could beat the testing. You can't. They won't find it. The minute they test it, they won't pick it up. But what happened? Lance Armstrong made to get away because they don't make the test out.
Well, I mean, the test, I don't know how you may beat it, guys. I'm sure at that stage in the test, long time. So,
Yeah.
but
Why you think they never? Why you think they never catch up?
maybe they never walk catch on.
No, man. I won't partner spill the beans for now.
But that not explain why they not catch on. I explain why they catch on.
No, but
Because Andrew, help me with this. You up to date?
They never catch him. He confessed. He never did.
That's
They never
right.
did catch him. He
Because they were
confessed.
testing him.
They test him, and he confessed.
Anyhow, I left that alone. The point is that they can find it in anything that is illegal.
They all right, Andrew. Then I got a stage set yet. They know the riders who are coming in because you're gonna cut off point, right? I think you register up to win,
see did it.
not the day of the
tomorrow-
race.
Tomorrow, the Cycling Federation they have it's start around 3:00 when I present the riders, a presentation of riders for the upcoming 2024 Holy Saturday Cross Country race. So I guess that part I know all who they ride. I still get a list yet of the foreign riders. I know most of the Belizean riders will taking part, but I know that John Nelang and team they come. I know Guatemalans they come.
And the
Of
Williams
course,
brothers come in.
Williams brothers done. They are here already, but teammates are coming in. So I think a few of them are here already. But tomorrow I'll probably get all the official stats. Yeah, bring out the starting list now.
Are the Williams boys still as strong as they were?
They are always good. I think they really want to win again this year, so they're counting some firepower. So
Yeah.
they definitely want to carry the garland. So they bring some firepower for assist now.
And of course, the foreigners, what nations, as far as you know? Guatemalans, Mexicans?
Well, I know Guatemalans, Mexicans. I think a guy from Honduras, Luis Lopez. I think he said bad. I think Canadians, one Canadian, or two Canadians. but that's a rough cat on the out. You know, they say a rough cat. So
A lot of
the race is
competition.
gonna be right. Rough cats on the out.
Is the cycling, is it still alive? Is it growing? Or do you see maybe we're losing something?
No, cycling is on its way up. It's growing. It's growing.
Grow,
Definitely
still growing,
growing.
no?
Still growing. Still growing.
Can we ever go out there and ride again? You still ride a bit or you not ride again? You hear we sometimes, you know, hear we, I don't know.
Where you going? Come.
Yeah.
But can I ask you,
Go ahead, Joe.
do we have for the year? How many races the association have for the year?
How many what?
How many races the association had for
The federation don't really have no race. They just run the races. They normally deal. They have the because Creme have the 1st of January races start out. The federation will run the Digit Tour, the 9th of March race, the junior cross country, the female cross country, the whole Saturday cross country, the road championship race, and I think the Ernest Main race. A lot of the other races are private races.
So what I'm saying, I don't think they have enough races.
Well, the association said that
These guys that
the
are coming,
association said,
these guys are
It's not
riding
that-
far more miles than our boys. They do far more miles for the year.
yeah, well, the association said it's not their job to have race. They just run race, so they don't have races.
Yeah.
They just run races.
So who puts out the races? Who
It's more private people put off the races and ask the federation to run the race.
sanction
no?
it, no?
Yeah.
Sanction it.
That's what they're doing. But to me, I don't fully support that. I believe that the cycling, even if bring in the private sector, you need them. You have to have them. But let cycling lead the way with what I call the cycling of cycling for the year. So there will be a calendar for the year, for the riding season. There will be a season of resting.
You the go and come, Joe. You the go and come. You're the tired way. They but they do have a calendar, Joe, because I see like going up towards the cross country. They have one from Belmopanto, Sokots and to Belize, and then or one from Belmopanto, Belize, and then they get a little longer as it goes along. I mean, notice something like that. Is that how it's done?
So the cycling federation, the races when I have every year, when I run every year, that the same races like I mentioned before, the other races are maybe club races and individual. Like I have the we just did a second as a week turns race. The Alfred Parks race now is one of the races and the big races and the Halinda. You have other small races that people have. Orange Rock would have a race, Riga to have a race. So they're now calendar races that have become annual races too. I think they have to have a more years before they call it a classic. But they have a lot of races through the year, but they are not calendar race. Then those races will come up.
The creme race, of course, has become a staple on the calendar.
Right, that's the first race of the year.
Yeah.
What they happen now, the people for the diaspora where really they support a lot of the races, then they send prizes. They actually contribute more to racing the Belize prizes per se than local business houses. I mean, because some of the prizes where regular people who live in the US who love cycling, they give some big prize. I mean, we have some business houses where give minimal prize, and when you hear the price, when the people take the Alfred Parks race recently, those are a huge prize. As it returns, Mr. Ruben Rock gave away a bike for first place, which valued over $17,000.
Oh.
You understand? But I think cross country race and reached that value, and other races. The Alfred Parks race gave a ton load of prizes this year, but the Alfred Parks Memorial Family named people in hustle. So, like I said, the federation don't really have races, they just run races. I think Alfred Parks asked the federation to run their races, and so it's run under their banner, but it's the family that get all the prizes now. And like
You
I
have
mentioned,
a lot of station prizes, right?
yeah, yeah,
How the
yeah.
station prizes look for the cross country? Because I know there are
Well,
guys who go in there seem to just to win the station prize.
there's a Sunday I was along with one of the members of the federation, and she mentioned that they don't have over 100 station prizes. So she was asking that if anybody want to give prizes, give it towards the finishing. My sister came in and she said she have some money for station prize. I said, sis, we have station prize, but we put the money towards finishing prize. So
Yeah.
instead maybe if they have 15 deep, they could carry maybe to 20 or 25 deep. And so mostly station prize are win by the sprinters or the guys when they run up front, but how that guy will ride, that cyclist will ride all the way to Belize to carry and come back and finish the race and not get nothing. So I believe that they should like step down a bit on the station price and give more towards finishing price. You want encourage riders to take on the 140 miles, 40 plus miles, and at least to take home something, huh?
Yeah, and stop the go just for station prizes. Because
Yes.
you guys didn't go for that. Where the race and finish this year?
Did you park?
Oh, again, yeah. Don't you think maybe it's time to think about go back into the stadium where you could see the riders take a few laps?
That stadium, to be honest, I might take heat for this, but that stadium is not ready for that.
But they just spend a crazy money in there, Andrew.
Yeah, but they did a bad job. I mean, I said I might take heat for this, but they should have.
I mean, everybody feel the same way because I see it foolish. You come and make some money at the gate and add that to the first prize.
Yeah. If you notice, the Paris finished in an velodrome. I believe that we supposed to have a velodrome. All the countries surround us have velodromes, but we don't have velodrome.
You could have individual.
I don't know who they're planning for the track, but the track is lousy. I mean, you could have kids do something bad about it. I mean, a lousy, bumpy. You know, it's sad, but it's sad and I love it. But sometimes I keep when I say things now that the minister of sports have to pay more attention to sports. I mean, I think that calm down the crime because a lot of kids know. We started a program. A lot of kids want to ride bicycle. They come to the shop every day because the Stuart and Roberto family send me some bikes or helmets and some trainers, and other people donate to it. And the kids come every day and they say, Mr. Adonis, I want to get into cycling, but they don't have a bike. And I just can't give them the bike. I tell them you can come to the shop and ride the bike. So had the Minister of Sports get involved and build a nice stadium where kids could go and ride. You know, it encourage more people to get involved, but the track is really a bad track. It's terrible.
And a healthy sport. I mean, you know, like you say, it keep you young, and you need a healthy nation. I think though that when you talk about planning, we could go crazy with that because what comes to mind that a highway wouldn't just stop the new bridge without wrong the boat on the next end of that way. I don't understand who may plan that or how they pay somebody for plan something like that. So the National Stadium are a disgrace. The Marion Jones Stadium really because the money that way. Joe, you had anything to do with that as far as the planning of that?
What's that?
The Marion Jones Stadium where we can't finish the race in there because the track.
No, we never had. We wanted a velodrome. They never got for the velodrome and they never got no heart.
Yeah, Turhan talk about Charlie Lewis. Where I want about Charlie Lewis? Charlie Lewis, I mean, a good rider. Really, Doc, give me a memorable race where you had, and where you remember most about one race where you ride. Where one of the memorable ones that you had?
I indulge.
I would say 77.
What going on?
Because that time the record broken, yeah.
You broke the record in the year then?
Yeah.
You come in with a pack or you won?
Me with the pack.
Okay.
We get on bet. I get on bet that I couldn't win the race with the crowd. So I used the crowd for pace the race. So when they slow down, I always do like I going. and then hold up the pace to the level where I want.
So
And
you actually bring in a tongue.
well, they bring me
Uh,
because they don't want I go nowhere. They never want I go nowhere. At one stage, I'm split up from the crowd too. But then I had was to slow down for make them come back. And we still finish with it. And when I come in, I fall down. I win all the station price, go to car and come back. But when I get in the truck, I fall down. I get in there with 14 man. And when I get up, I see what? Three quarter truck. You got Parks, King, everybody in front of me. I said, no, I have to get there. And I chase them down, and before they could come to the fourth lap, I did right there. So, Kingdom in the man. First, I get a Parks. I said, Parks, well up this. He don't know, but I see the crowd start to shake down the fence and it broke down the fence. Police and BDF, the run come in because they're finishing at the race. So I said, no. It's not look correct. So I haul up on King. I said, King, well up this. He said 2. I said, well, I win this lap because I don't lose count. And when I just pinch hit the man half wheel, and I had to gear up for go wrong again, the crowd take me off of my bike and back me on the tip on their finger.
You don't win.
Don't win, I don't know. I sweat cold.
But I see the tricks on the road though. When man the watchman for see when for cut, when for take off and whatnot. And a whole lot of cat and mouse go on in that whole cycling race, right?
Yeah. But if you got one all around, very few people you could find as one all arounder, one sprinter or pacer. And in my way, I couldn't find one man who I team up with. Because I let them go in exercise, I let them go in a race. So I ride alone. All my cycling career, after 75, I ride alone. And that's how I do the whole. I never need nobody. Because sometimes when things really get heated and I don't want to fly, I just pace right out of the crowd. Pace right out of the crowd and go.
But if you
But that-
ride with
that
a
when you-
team, go ahead.
When you ride with a team, it's supposed to be easier. But I never find it like that. I had to use men where they out there were willing to work with me for help pace as a team. And still to the end of the day, when it boils down to if I want labor for the crowd, it might as well I go. And that's the way I do.
But you're still at the end of the day, if the team win, and everybody have to share amongst the team, right? How that work?
Well, not in that time. We never have to, but we used to do it. And I never had nobody to share with because I am the only person in my team.
Yeah. I guess that's a better way, right? Yeah. Yeah. Andrew.
I got
Yeah, go ahead. No man.
yeah, I remember the same mega envelope pile up in my hand like I don't know where in there, but that envelope.
That what? Man just the hand you.
The money where the association give me for
Okay.
station price. No one
What?
money.
That one a good problem for have, boy. Okay, who want to start a come? Yeah. But Andrew, are you ready? Are you ready for this one?
Always ready.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
ready to go.
You work on the new slangs where you bust out and whatnot. Guy, you have to come up with everybody wait for the new versions that we bring up, right?
Yes,
So-
man. Yes, man. We have some new slangs, definitely. Some new slangs are definitely out there on the tarmac.
What channel you on Depan? Who you to work with this year?
Well, all the races that are under the federation banner, they have their way of doing things. So I'll have to, I want to work with the cycling federation for that day. A lot of fans are crying out that they want me to go live on my page, but it's the race are owned by the CFB, and so I can't.
You can't go
Bullet
on your
my
page
page.
with that. You can't tag your page to it and then get it on your page. That must
I could share it, but they have asked me to
not do that.
to work with them on their page, right? It's their race, and so I have to work with them now.
So, but which radio station will bring you over? Because Love bring it and Creme bring it, or does the Cycling Association have its own forum?
They have their own Facebook and YouTube channel that they push.
So you go on Facebook to hear you. You'll have to go on YouTube or Facebook.
You go on the Cycling Federation page.
Okay, and then we come it live. It will be live.
Live, yeah, live action.
Yeah. Do they have a drone out there this year?
They had a drone for the one of the races, but the drone, I understand the drone is not like live. They do an e-recording and then they push it through it. So I'm not sure if I get the drone live and direct like while it actually happened. Because with the technology, there's a lot of delay. I mean, the fans, they complain how they have a lot of delay, and I guess it's with technology. Remember, the signal have to send for the phone to the satellite to back to the studio. I don't know, a whole lot of thing with when
But are we because that technology exists? It must.
Yeah.
Kenrick, yeah, go ahead. Huh?
I have to be careful. I say certain things because I might mash people too, and they get upset with me.
Yeah. Well, plus you're the works,
Yeah.
They can't do nothing right now. You're too big for that. Kenrick, Turhan Solis want to know what are the most you winning at the cross country at the top while the envelope them pile up in your hand. What are the most you winning at cross country?
Well, normally the real count, and I know that more than 25, because when you left Belize to Cayo and back, they got more than 25 prizes.
But more than 25, but 25,000, 25,000.
No. Whoa, dollars.
Yeah.
I run up to I check up to like about $3,000.
But nowadays, and then why they get a lot more on that, right?
Yeah, they buy the game more on that. Because some people then $250, $100, $500, and stuff go on and on. Sometimes you get one duck, one turkey.
A bull. I remember the bull. They still get a bull?
The Alfred Parks, the Alfred Parks, they give it the setup of Floral Park.
Yeah, okay, I know that. But then they're the same. Guzman Arnold.
No, they give it the Alfred Parks Memorial Family, Miss Rita Thompson, and that crowd they give the bull.
Okay. So,
used to be Guzman Arnold, though.
Yeah, I remember for years that I'm in Guzman Arnold.
Right, that family.
But I think they sell a place,
Yeah, that place sell.
Yeah. So none of the people know there again. But that I mean on landmark. That I mean a tradition right there. I remember every year. Man go for that bull. Yeah. Yeah, but guys, well listen, with the coming out to the big time, the excitement, the bill, we got a few days. The cyclists they don't ride a wrong tongue or anything, and people could see who all in there. One time they used to do it behind the fire engine there, right? I remember on Holy Saturdays they used to have a ride a wrong.
So what they have changed and they do team presentation or riders presentation, and so they will gather at the DigiPark this tomorrow Thursday at 3 p.m. and they introduce the riders there, and then after they might do a short parade, nothing big, because fans are going to go there and go meet their favorite rider. They get the opportunity to interact with the riders. So the Cycling Federation will be at the DigiPark, and so we ask fans to go there and support the riders, give them the encouragement. A tough race, 140 plus miles, it's not easy. I don't know how Kenrick do so much. I did only 5 on a race and I get enough. So people go year after year.
how many races you ride, Kenrick? All total. You remember?
One of the same things. 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. But you're going to pick for this year? Anybody where you figure you need for look pan? We see? Yeah.
Right. I don't follow them that close,
That yeah.
but I always hang with the Lee Chavaria crowd. The
Chavaria got
Chavaria,
Chavaria son the ride good now, right?
yeah.
Because him
And the
and Will.
right, but
Uh,
I stay neutral because them boy got a handful this year. Very full.
you mean with the riders coming in?
Yeah,
Uh,
very full.
I think
And then
Andrew got the same
the
sentiments.
way they think, and they don't think like how them old boys used to think. Because back then we used to have one thing where you say you are the tough guy. You pick the man name where are the tough guys. And then you look around and say, we have to help one another. No foreigners win. They don't do that now. So you find out them boy got a handful.
Well,
From where
some of the foreigners depend on the local teams too. Cause the
yeah,
local team and bring in
I
foreigners.
know I hear about some man with the con there, and right now the last one will win the classic for Creme Classic. He come with friend. He friend and not nice.
Hmm.
And he in the clock 134, 35 miles an hour, the pedal one heavy gear, and the man really strong. And he bring some other people who could compete with him better. Tighten up.
Should
Got
be
a
You're right,
very
Doc.
handful.
You're right,
should
Doc. You're right.
Yep.
should
You're
be
right.
very
Got a
very
hand-
interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
I still think they should have gone drone now, man. We're gonna get the coverage at the race from I'm sure one year I may see some footage from a drone. And
Bird's eye view. That a must be to do that.
yeah, I don't see why we can't do it. The technology exists. Maybe our internet service that believes can look what you do with we have. I mean, every now and again we broke up as we talk now. So
What
I
this past few weeks have only that they happened with the net.
yeah,
Totally broke up.
we tried. We had some people from down south one time. Boy, that was tough. We couldn't even get the we couldn't get a hold of conversation. No. Torhan Solis to say like instead of 4-man, 6-man team, then he want a 24-man Belizean team. What do you think about that? That a lot of man, boy. Sure. Is it time? Is it time for us to have one national team to represent Belize in this big race anyway? With just elite riders? What do you think?
It's kind of tough because you have different teams and they have the top rider, so you'd have to take the top rider for each one of the team there, and the team they don't really allow that. They not want the rider when they invest in to go up on
Yeah,
a national team.
but for only one big race where we want to represent Belize, do they do it with foreign races? Like if they go abroad, don't they take sometime a team carry a next man, or once you committed to a team, that's it? How does that work?
No, I think how the national team is done in Belize, they either use test race or they would see who's in the best condition, who have best chances. So we don't really have a national team per se.
Yeah, but you think we should have one? I mean, wouldn't it
Well,
make sense?
I think all countries should have a national team. All countries should have a national team.
Yeah, fly under the
Yeah.
flag, no? Yeah, under the banner.
Yeah.
So
So somebody asked about 3-time champions. You had Mohan,
$8
you had
to have
Charles Lewis, you had Albus Williams.
Real brothers. I mean, didn't Arthur had one? Someone had 4. One of them,
Mm.
I think that Arthur if forgot 4 when they disqualified the man from throw up your hand. How you see that with that throw up hand? Because Kenrick, when they bring in a rule, you
That's outdated now.
I would
That-
think it
they
may
just-
outdated
that-
then. It may outdated then. I think I always thought that was a very silly rule. What you mean you can't take your hand off of the man? The man come in and celebrate. How you into that? So
Besides Jeff Scott,
It's dangerous.
yeah.
It's dangerous if you got a man the sprint come from the back and you don't pass over the tape yet. You do that, you lose control.
yeah, well, you know lose punch up on a bike, Kenrick.
But he do, you know. I remember that man they do so much mileage come in there and he just happy. He
Yeah.
forgets that he in the ride. He just throw it on. Because he's so happy. You know one man, watch this. One man when I win a race yet. And he come in for win. He nervous. Everything wrong with him right there. He even forget where the emotion and movements.
Kenrick, with the talk about the disqualification that happened, that man come in by himself, brother. He not got nobody to throw down by himself. It's even so simple and throw up your hand and throw down himself, then that mean one fault. But for
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb.
it never make no sense, man. I really hope they get that man posthumously, get that man back his championship. That's the way I say. And make it be one of the four. So you got one man. What
Right,
are
I
the
think
most? Go ahead, Kenrick. What do you say? You're gone again.
No,
Yeah.
I think that person where that happened to, suppose that person where that happened to, supposed to be one of the Edward McGill,
Yeah, the Miguel, I think that Edward.
one of the McGill brothers.
Yeah. And that tell him make count 4
Yeah,
cross country champs. But they only get 3. And many people think they get Duncan Vernon because him is so solid. And every time he couldn't win one. And that one they would make it win, which I don't think now good enough reason. But the history, no? The history. Guys, listen. It's we're out of time. I want to thank you both. Andrew, it's a pleasure to have you on. Kenrick, the honor, man. We're gonna talk to you a long time. I know Kenrick from Lee Boy, you know, we grew up on Cemetery Road there together. You may live through the alley by that before that true where Lakeview, but Lakeview no me the day they dig that lake after you move, right?
Yeah, no, they dig that lake before I move.
Okay.
I watch a lake dig. No, they full up the lake. No lake there again.
No lake that done the whole area. I don't know why they call it Lake Independence. Ain't no lake there now. But guys, Andrew, any final words? Any advice to people out there when they go watch the race and thing?
Yeah, well, I hope everybody have a safe Easter. Go cheer on your riders. Please don't get in the way. Remember that day the whole highway is closed to the traffic. You want to see the riders, you pull aside, cheer them on, root for them, encourage them. It definitely be one beautiful day, Holy Saturday. Easter no start without Holy Saturday, so hopefully a Belizean win.
Boy, if it hot like this, I'm hoping you win. Kenrick, the temperature make a difference in your riding?
Why? Yes, it do. But that the condition of the cyclist.
Yeah.
The condition of when you have nothing about you know matter the weather how you had. Condition because you train for it. Oh, the one where the importer, the man never come in. Then got a problem. Climatize. That's the way only thing could happen with that first.
So if we had, then we got no excuse. We need to win this one. Keep this one home, right?
Yes.
Fellas,
But
thanks
like
a lot. Big respect. Guys, Kenrick, respect. We're gone. See you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Please, that people. In a
Yes.
little yard, Berkin, La Ruta Maya history. Who are the baddest partner you ever see? Berries. Who? Berries. Yo, I see why this alongside the swingers. Yeah, me old star. Who might win the battle? What are we win the war? Who we can do? Because of Kevlar. The burn is done. Much time. Here we go. Fisher. Brand new. Rastabira is the people's champion. Now he lies back on Rastabira, make they know that just so we function. Jaja plan, organic conception. Rastabira moving like an army of one. People's champion. Now he lies back on Rastafari conception. Rastafari moving like an army of one. This year 1 year is about a Rastafari. One man in a polluted ruling. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Ling Bang, no matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme, Ling Bang. No matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme. First, make we see how far your back bend. If you don't know how, get less of a current. Turn your body round like a smoothie or the blend. New dance trend. Style we no borrow, style we no lend. For sure, we no the beg no friend. From in the thing from way back when for the elders and the children. Can't do this thing till they gonna to do it like charge. Back it up in the garage. Make them know we squad living large. Hold a salute the visage. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again. Introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Ling Bang, no matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme, Ling Bang. No matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme. We like when you shake it. Never gonna DR, we can't fake it. Entire yam, heart and tick. Mama take 9 months to make it. Act like you didn't need Johnny cake before you bake it. Take a pass to the cars, then twerk it. Then your style you can't buy the new market. All of the styling bang surpass it, yo. Watch when they blaze it. Have the tremble like we don't tease it. Tell the DJ, rewind it. Bust a sweat and work it. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Ling Bang, no matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme, Ling Bang. No matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme. From Baka Jungle all the way to Yara, Corozal and Dangriga. Check Pamali's sister Julia, teaching the tourists the key kaka. Through the alley and the plaza, no jump past 41 mile marker. If you want something extra, I want you that feel Librata. There for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Disappear for a while, but now I am back again, introducing a new style, them call the Ling Bang. I am a musical zen, violating the charts again. Ling Bang, no matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme, Ling Bang. No matter if you're 50 or 10, Ling Bang. Big bully in a pen, Ling Bang. Rooster or hen, this one, yeah. Creme de la creme.
Them gal fire, pull up on the block, rockin' Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire, pull up on the block, rockin' Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire, pull up on the block, rockin' Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire, pull up on the block, rockin' Kingdom attire.
Cinco side, cinco side, cinco side, cinco.
block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire.
Most jelly, jam no shake like that. And most lava because fire no hot like that. Body organic, that gym squats that. 0% fat, woman. Straight savage, thicker than a sticker from out of my fridge. The way she have the thing to swing like big bridge. Me have to tiptoe fi gain leverage.
Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire. Cinco side, them gal fire. Pull up on the block, rocking Kingdom attire.
Cinco side, cinco side, cinco side, cinco. 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 5 and then 6. Girl, flex, time fi have. Make we just chill on Netflix. Now make the outside nice, create no conflict. Hating pan, we loving relationship. We have to stay wide from the toxic drip. Plus your grip, have me the pop off like a rocket. You and me wifey and me side chick. Read the pamphlet, read the pamphlet.
Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from a Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel.
Don't need to recount the votes. I'm here to destroy all your hopes, dreams, aspirations. It's like poetry with musical inclinations. I see you peripherally, breathe easily, step lightly like on eggshells, or see real shells. I ring bells, bling bling is green. Don't necessarily need to be seen, but I do need to be heard. In my brain I've accumulated mucho verbs. I'm taking herds to the third curve, tentacles reaching up into the suburbs. 10 o'clock, do you know where your child is at? Inside of a room, all black, grown men beats, that's where we at. As I stack chips, pockets ain't made of glass, so you can't see me dip.
Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from a Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel. Came from the water, evaporated moisture, wavy wave in here, I do it for the culture. Cypher, music, I do this. 2023, still moving with a movement. BK where I came from, but the BX raised me in 2015. I became wavy, named by SP, the streets never changed me. I just work smarter, I just work harder. Wanna be Nino, so I need a Carter, so I moved to Harlem. That's where it all started, discovered my flow, and I became a problem. Can't solve them, why would you want to? I do what I want to, you do what you can do. When it come to bars, I'm lit like a candle. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from a Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking Kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking Kingdom apparel.
Plus, I've got no area. I'm scarier than rebels in Somalia. Fools be thinking my last name, it's Ochoa. Supplier, mozzarella. Observe as I bum rust the Federal Reserve. Sensory overload. making you victim of my venom, breaking down your molecular structure before I digest even. Instant paralysis, I'm crazy swift with this. You're on my hit list, I'm on your chick's wish list. Because of this ability to strike repeatedly, stay coiled, food stats disembowels. I bring freaks out at night like the gargoyles.
Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking kingdom apparel. Source from a Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my kings, rocking kingdom apparel. Source from the Pharaoh, I do this for my queens, rocking kingdom apparel.
Yo, DJ!
Are you done mixing yet?
Your DJ has only just begun.
The DJ accepts no responsibility for the next record. This is a request.
Yo, what the baddest mix this? No man, don't tell me nothing. Yeah. Racism is alive and well. If we as black people and people of color don't get ourselves together, form some kind of identification, foundation, we talk economically to this kind of capitalism business. It's real. Listen to me, Lord.
Racial profiling. It's a serious thing. A bird without wing. Racial profiling. Listen, me king, this on your top of ranking. Racial profiling. It's a serious thing. A bird without wing. Racial profiling. I saw the thing said in a this system.
I cannot breathe. Living while black, much less gonna Starbucks. Living while black, up against the clan. Living while black, life in my hand. Living while black, calamity in we under. Constant attack, master race, master plan. The drive me, hold me back. Smoke it on, little rhythm. Give me one drop. Your movements, they just can't stop. I cannot sell water as a POC. Hermit party will call the COP. I cannot enter a pool as a POC. Pool patrol parlor calling the COP. If I am grilling in the park as a POC, barbecue Betty will call the COP. If I check into an AR and B, my persuasion cannot be a for POC. Racial profiling is a serious thing. Burning out wing. Racial profiling. Listen, me king is on your top around king. Racial profiling. When one door is closed, many more is open. To the right, one judge, subway, Rasta, no need no token. One door is closed, many more. And it's that judge with the love, we heart will never be broken. One door is closed, many more is open. To the right, one judge, subway, Rasta, no need no token. One door is closed, many more. And it's that judge with the love, me one brother try to stab me in my back. My girlfriend left me true, me never have no dollars in a stock. Best friend about the claim, they dread they smoke. How the lyrics where they drop the walk. Big game hunters them they set them trap. But we they pray to the Father non-stop. Help me keep the heathens back. Help me keep the heathens back. When one door is closed, many more is open. To the right, Panja, just subway, Rasta, no need no token. One door is closed, many more. And it's that Jaja with the love, we heart will never be broken. One door is closed, many more is open. To the right, Panja, just subway, Rasta, no need no token. One door is closed, many more. And it's that Jaja with the love, we run up into enough obstacles. Surprisingly, from we own people. Them just hate to see the dread. Receiving a good, them a hope and pray. Say we stumble, but we burning both ends of the scandal. Daily routine with the Bible. Despite the effort of Jaja steeple. When one door is closed, many more is open. To the right pan Jaja subway, Rasta no need no token. One door is closed, many more, and it's a Jaja. That the Fred don't say, all haters could just raise up like they got yeasty on it. Incognito, like Nick Romano. We live with life in a stealth mode. Off for them pics when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, the flow board. We live life in a stealth mode. Cause enough for them pics when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, flow board. You like the game, but the game not like you. You only talk big when you're dead long with your crew. But when you're solo, in the morning do skip to me loo. Remember say, we come up from mud. We not just plaster, we apply mud. Girlfriend tick like mud. You cannot stop the blessings we come from above. We live with life in a stealth mode. Off for them decks when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, the flow board. We live life in a stealth mode. Cause enough for them decks when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, flow board. When they touch it, squeal. Bars expensive like fuel. From jewelry, directly from out of the jewelry. Put him in, offer them fraudulent. Act like they know say, dead permanent. Treat we like heads of state parliament. We have too much things we only talk about disarmament. Disarmament. We live with life in a stealth mode. Offer them decks when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, the flow board. We live life in a stealth mode. Cause enough for them becks when we touch road. No half a clip, we carry the full load. We keep the pedal to the metal, flow board. So snake, all in a church, them a leash like lurch. If we demise, then they constantly search. Me good name, them why they try to besmirch. Cause we dey move enough merch. One of one. Tunnel vision. Myself than me own competition. That's why the arts. Yeah. You have to wonder about your movements. If you is a client, yeah, in the shadows, samurai, more dollars. We don't care how jump to jump, sit to your head. We don't care how high you high, sit to your head. We don't care how much pills to the pop, so you better stop dead. Samurai, more dollars, while end your glory days. We don't care that the government inspire your man, sit to your head. With or without your material, when it's in your face, it's white like mayonnaise. I'm amazed at the way some of these fools they behave. I'm so cold, I belong in the trade. We know they take no start. We know you know the mood, so no start. Big mouth, no have no heart. Run left, leave brother, when the firing start. We no care who for fault, press the fault. Don't try to stop it on my way. Out of the money vault, thing will make you pop a lick. Cut apart, Pino RT, game out. Look how jump to jump, sit to your head. Look how high you high, sit to your head. Look how much pill to the pop, you better stop dead. Samurai more dollars, while in your glory days. Look how the government inspire your man, sit to your head. With or without your material, when it's in your face, it's on white like mayonnaise. I'm amazed at the way some of these fools they behave. I'm so cold, I belong in the trade. We know say that the woman you like beat, never experience real heat. Just you will need. Investigators left the wonder that who do you. Make you feel like you get wet. Like sing a kite the barracks pop way. Remain just left there. No joking, samurai, no secret. We don't care how jump you jump. Sit to your head. We don't care how high you high. Sit to your head. We don't care how much pills to the pop. You better stop days. Samurai more dollars, while end your glory days. We don't care that the government inspire you, man. Sit to your head. With or without your material, when you see me, your face will turn white like mayonnaise. I'm amazed at the way some of these fools they behave. I'm so cold, I belong in the trade. We know in no competition. Just not try to slow down my mission. When I come to survive, I come to thrive in a billion. Iron like a lion in a lion head collision. No vex with me, cause they can't see your vision. Prepare yourself. Sell off Coliseum, legacy cemented, build a museum. See all the haters, build a mausoleum. Look at
Apex predator, so treat me like a barracuda from outer Belize water, or like a polar bear from outer Alaska. If I'm a snake, then call me a black mamba. Apex predator, so treat me like a barracuda from outer Belize water, or like a polar bear from outer Alaska. If I'm a snake, black mamba. Right now we sit down on top of the food chain, over vast territory, and I'm mandarin. Serengeti, when I'm a domain. If you don't find no bones, then we take the blame. Concrete jungle, rugged terrain. Look at the color and the size of my mane. We no play close, much less play games. We not do this for likes nor fame. I've had the disposition of a bald eagle. Miles above earth, we don't set the table. Spook your herd, watch you scramble. Pick off the weak and the vulnerable. Don't win, you know a tight circle. And knock off the one knee, when we teeth in a trouble. On the double, because you're gullible. You cry for help, won't get muffled. Yo, we strike fair in the heart of beasts and men when we hold. What's if you the buzz at the wrist? You the move foul. Lone wolf when we the scout, or with the pack when we the prowl. Check the size of my insiders when I growl. Relentless pursuit, separate you from your crowd. Even if you have to run up on the curve. King, no master we deserve. Track you through your third. Yo, 0 to 60 in 30, some of the bucking 45. Fittest survive. Air spin back, pre-visualize your demise while protecting my pride. Sole purpose is to provide, lot easier with my lioness by my side. Natural selecting, speed of a peregrine. Radar can't detect my timing. Radar can't detect my timing. Apex predator, so treat me like a barracuda from outer Belize water, or like a polar bear from outer Alaska. If I'm a snake, then call me a black mamba.
It's another Doom-Man freak. Hell yeah, you're listening to another Muzi production.
I had hard times, real hard times. Swear I had to grind, swear I had to grind. Swear I'm losing memories. I'm too focused on my enemies.
With a song dark, booming song for your car. Song dark, me beg you easy start. Song dark, you know we crisp and clear. We don't want no fuss, no fight, we don't need no tribal war. Song dark, booming song for your car. Song dark, me beg you easy start. Song dark, crisp and clear. We don't want no fuss, no fight, we don't need no tribal war.
I'm in charge now, I'm the boss now. What it costs now, ain't no loss now. I do this for my trappers and my gamblers. When you ain't got money, gotta scramble up. When I'm moving now, money too ample. For the record, this is sample. What I can do, my nigga, what you can't do. When it come to this money, I'ma trample. Anything moving if it can't do. This is a massacre, I swear to God I'm losing it. I just gave you the wave, what you do with it? My last few bars, they've been proving it. Like MC Hammer, I am too legit. 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 Trapping ain't dead, these niggas scared. I can see you in my rear when I'm switching gears. Living fear, headlights and deers. This is trouble music, I'm just steering to it. I want you to hear what you feeling to it. I'm wave to the grave, I'm the realest out. When Stefani flow, this without a doubt. When they yell wavy wave, what they screaming out. Even in the drought, I still had clout. My name is Wavy Wave, what you talking about? I'ma take her out to eat, I'ma eat her out. Treat her like a bee when it's about to drop. Like MC Hammer, I am too legit. 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 For my trappers in the ghetto trying to find a plug. When you up, that's the only time they show you love. When you down, nobody wanna be around. Even when I'm in your town, I'm not in the town.
Some man think them rough, and I man rougher. Some man think them tough, wave it tougher. Some man think them hard, big it harder. We the wolf we corner like a weed farmer. Firm, get up early, we not look no arm. We not smoke no coke, we not smoke no dope, we not smoking no sherm. Strictly the connect in a leaf we burn. To whom it me a concern. Ashes to ashes inside of a urn. We don't forget things you never ever learn. Me the whole my corner, me and my girl named Laverne. Did you hear that? Who the casket fit? Them better just wear it. We know. Touch the try twerk. Mission impossible. Know about yours. Incredible, lovable, adorable, respectable. Not because me know soul wide open means semi gullible. Oh. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it doubles. Hit the bottom like an apple. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it double. Hit the bottom like an apple. Watch when me pull out me needle, sink it deeper than a bow weeble. Brand you with the ballistic label, make you wrap your neck with Scadginil or Sink and Bible. My intentions honorable, as an impression should be treated well noble. Ships around the world, we're talking global. When we done wrestle, we could cuddle. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it doubles. Hit the bottom like an apple. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it double. Hit the bottom like an apple. Hey, the girl hotter, hotter than Marisha Pepper. Me want drape over her like a sweater. Guts are like a grouper. My little black tail snapper. Sprinkle with just a touch of ginger. Long after she leave, essence still linger. We have to hold her down like the linja. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it doubles. Hit the bottom like an apple. Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it double. Hit the bottom like an apple. Just my opinion, woman pretty like money like a million. Sight of the onion, tears in my eyes like somebody done mass me bunion. Change me last name to Gilligan. When no man get stranded pan no island with this sweet, sweet, sweet Belizean. You hear me song? Girl, daddy bubble, that daddy thing, ready get we in a trouble. You have not a dread, this it.
They say you never miss your water until your well run dry. And over spilled milk, a big man is not supposed to cry. Well then, Butterbrimo, if you're the woman Butterbrimo, them could have charged her for sin. Butterbrimo, straight cleaning, in search of a king. Butterbrimo, fully they made examine, figure lose such a sweet browning. Butterbrim, now it's the dread she call it when she need sexual healing. Anyways, one man lost is another man's gain. If you can't handle the traffic, then stay out the lane. Behind her beautiful smile, she was hiding her pain. You couldn't see the tears due to the falling rain. But with a woman emotion, son, you don't wanna play games. Then got certain moves I want put you to shame. And then you begging and you balling will all be in vain. When I bet she call the next morning. Remember all of the first time you meet it. You have to do that clutch much more for keep it. Candlelight dinner, wine and chocolate. Don't forget the roses, big man, this stock it. You should have me walk her down to the pulpit and remove her sexy ass from off for the market. Your friends don't have no woman, but them calling you whip. And like an idiot, you believe it. Butterbrimo, if you're the woman, Butterbrimo, them could have charged her for sin. Butterbrimo, straight cleaning, in search of a king. Butterbrimo, fully made examine, figure lose such a sweet specimen. Butterbrim, now it's the dread she call it when she needs sexual healing. A woman is a gift unto humanity. Treat her with respect and dignity. Heed the words of the great Tyrus Riley. She royal will treat her like royalty. She works, she cooks, she clean and wash your stinking laundry. All she wanted in return was your loyalty. Could I make her a carnival free karaoke? Her love just come down and she need a remedy. You met her at the peak of her sexuality. Wrong time to leave a big woman lonely. Pretty like an angel, but she well freaky. And now she feeling horny. Income not a dread to fulfill her fantasy. She blows when I whisper sweet nothing softly. She's on a journey. Onto ecstasy. Butterbrimo, if you're the woman, Butterbrimo, them could charge her for sin. Butterbrimo, straight cleaning, in search of a king. Butterbrimo, fully they made examine, figure lose such a sweet browning. Butterbrim, now it's the dread she call it when she needs sexual healing. Fool him, know him, the holy nine palm my hand. Woman recently inherited acres of land. Cassava, cocoa, ganja and yam.